everybody, welcome back to Crash Play Gaming. I'm Crash, and today we're going to be playing with one of the evolutions, the grass type. I'm sure you can guess what it is. It's a pretty good deck, got a lot of damage, and it's really consistent. So we'll get into the deck list and check it out. So here we go, as you guessed. Leafeon VMAX is the evolution that I will be portraying to you today. This has a perfectly good attack in Grass Knot for 2 energy. It does 60 damage times the amount of colorless energy or energy in your opponent's active Pokemon's retreat cost. So if they have 2 retreat costs, this attack does 120. If they have 4, this attack will do 240 damage, and for the most part we will be hitting for that 240 damage. Not necessarily one-shotting VMAX, but we will one-shot most Vs if they don't have any tools attached to them. But this third attack, or sorry, not third, the second attack, Max Leaf, 170 damage, and you heal 30 damage from this Pokemon, is also a decent attack too, especially if your opponent has a hard time putting damage on your Leafeons. But let's see how we're going to support this Pokemon here. And of course, we're running a 4-4-3 line of the Inteleons here. Quick shootings just to help out with the damage output, and 1 Shady Dealings Inteleon to get out the cards that we need. And actually, I should talk about Leafeon V as well, because it has a really good ability to set up this deck. If we can get Leafeon V turn 1 and attach 1 energy to it, it has this ability called Greening Cells, and it lets you get a grass energy from your deck and put it on any Pokemon you like. This is amazing. Turn 1, I can have 2 energies and I'm ready to go. It's pretty good. And we also play 1 copy here of Pumpkaboo, just in case our opponent plays Path to the Peak. It does hurt us a little bit, and we want to keep our stadiums in place, so this kind of helps us win the stadiums battle when we don't really need to. And the reason we want our stadium in place is because we play Galar Mine. This increases the retreat cost of our active Pokemon by 2, so it adds 120 damage to our Leafeon, which is really amazing. Play a couple Scoop Up Nets, Tool Scrappers to get rid of those pesky air balloons and Capes of Toughness and things like that that make our opponent's Pokemon harder to knock out. Let's see, we play 1 Phoebe here just in case we play up against a Zamazenta that blocks VMAX attacks, but this will be able to hurt it, and with the quick shooting of Inteleon, we should be able to take it down. A Tool Jammer, same reason that we're playing Tool Scrapper, just in case we don't have the Tool Scrapper, we have another way to stop our opponent's tools from affecting us. And we also play 1 Aromatic Energy, just in case we're playing up against a deck that has special conditions, and we just need to attach it to get rid of those special conditions. But other than that, the deck is pretty much similar to all other supporters and things like that. A couple switches in here just in case. Yeah, this is the deck. Let's go see how it does on the ladder. Okay, looks like we're playing up against Moltres and some Rapid Strike stuff. Let's attach the Tool Jammer here. Quick Ball away the boss's orders. Get the Crobat, because I want to try to get an energy. Level Ball for Sobble. Level Ball for Sobble. That's 2 Sobbles. I got a Drizzile for next turn. Let's see what our Crobat gives us. At least 1 energy would be great. Bummer, not 1 energy. That's okay. We will Greening Cells and attach to the active. We have Leafeon VMAX for next turn. 2 Leafeon VMAXs for next turn. A Drizzile to get us a supporter that will hopefully get us into another energy. And we should be well on our way here. Especially with Moltres being weak to grass. That's nice. Our opponent is going to search their deck. You know, I might want to add an energy search to this build here. Sometimes I'm struggling to get energies at times. Other times I'm not, so you can if you want. You can substitute something out like a Scoop Up Net or something like that for an energy. There is an Urshifu, which is cool. They're going to Marnie us. Bummer. We had the cards we needed in our hand. Let's hopefully we get into another Drizzile. We don't. But we did get into the VMAX and an energy and a Galar Mine, which is great. Plus a Marnie. So I'm going to be able to play out my whole hand and knock out this Moltres, which is cool. And this is what I will do here. Grab out a Sobble, play the Galar Mine, Marnie our opponents. There's an Evo Incense, which is good. Another energy, which is also good. I'm going to use this to grab a Drizzile so that I can start getting my Sobble line evolved. Get a level ball here to get the second Drizzile out. Let's get ourselves out our other VMAX. I think I'm going to level ball for this Drizzile for a supporter. And the supporter will probably be Marnie. I don't want to discard all these energies in my hand. So I'm just going to grab a Marnie for next turn. And we Grass Knot, knock out this Moltres. Take our 2 prizes, Sobble and a Boss's Orders. I like the Boss's Orders. I might be able to hit the Urshifu on the bench if he leaves it there. That will be the plan after, of course, I attach an energy to my Leafeon VMAX. He does promote the Urshifu, so he might have the VMAX in his hand. Oh, there's a Blaziken. A Blaziken will hit me for weakness, so I might want to get the Blaziken instead. He did attach to the Blaziken though. Oh, can't knock out the Blaziken without the Galar Mine. And the Blaziken will be able to hit into my Leafeon VMAX. So we'll see what our opponent does. I might just Marnie here to get the Galar Mine, unless I top deck a way to get a Drizzile or an Inteleon. Find out here what our opponent is searching for. Yeah, that removal of my Galar Mine messes up my whole game plan here. But it doesn't end it all. He gets themselves another Sylveon. Bunch of Sylveons. He's got all the arch for the Sylveon. Okay, he just hits me with Strafe, retreats into a Sylveon. Didn't get what I wanted. So the question is, do I Marnie? And even if I do, won't be enough to take a knockout on the Sylveon. I think I Marnie anyways. Because if I do get an Inteleon and a Galar Mine, I get it. There we go. I do take a knockout on the Sylveon. It's Evo Incense. Let's see, I can Inteleon. So I have only 1 Evo Incense left. So I better grab the quick shooting Inteleon instead. And we will quick shooting the Sylveon in the active, play our Galar Mine, and we will Grass Knot for 180, taking the knockout. Get an energy, which is great. And oh, there's a doggo in the background making some noises. He promotes his Blaziken, probably because he can get the VMAX and do some significant damage to me. Rapid Strike searching for the VMAX, I assume. Yep. Max Blaze will do 260. We'll survive with 20 HP, thankfully. And I think I can just boss out another Pokemon and win the game here. Touches an air balloon. Tool Jammer is in the way. This is game for us. We're going to take a knockout on this Sylveon V. That's down there. Boss up Sylveon V. Quick shooting onto it because it only has 1 retreat cost. Could have made a mistake there. And we'll Grass Knot for the win. Leafeon VMAX, boy. Looks like we're playing up against a Jolteon deck. We got our Leafeon in the active. And really not much else going on in our hand. All we can do is Greening Cells, attach an energy, and hope that next turn I can draw into everything I need to get this deck rolling. If not, I'm going to be in some big trouble here in this match. The Evolutions are fighting each other in this new standard. Leafeon coming out as one of the better decks, but it does have a few weaknesses here and there. So we'll see what happens here. Our opponent's probably going for, yep, a Sobble, of course. I have to sneeze here in a second. Phew! Ooh, excuse me. That sneeze came out of nowhere. All good. Our Opponent attaches an energy. What does Thunder Spear do? 20 damage to me. That's fine. If I get an energy in the VMAX, I might be able to just heal it off. And that might be the attack I go for, especially if I don't get into all the pieces. Or I can knock out their Sobble with the boss's orders. But who cares about the Sobbles? There goes another Jolteon. The real goal here is... Oh, you know what? This is the worst of them to fight against. Jolteon doesn't have any retreat cost. Oh, that's so bad. Alright, well, we research. Can't do anything with what we got in our hand. Hopefully we can do other things here. There's a Galar Mine, which I will play. Make our opponent not be able to retreat freely everywhere. Play this Capture Energy to get a Sobble going. And I will Quick Ball away this Grass Energy, get another Sobble into play. And we will go ahead and hit for Max Leaf here, doing 170 damage, healing off the damage they did to us. And we're going to hope for the best. Maybe that taking away that free retreat from our opponent kind of hinders them. They play their Zigzag in there, going to put 10 damage on a Sobble, which is fine. Chatot. Oh, he gets to put a support card into his hand, which would be a boss's orders. Which actually would be a bummer. They would force... Oh. I discarded both of my switches. Oh. Hopefully they don't boss out one of my Sobbles. Oh, man. Both of my switches are in the discard. Because I had to research the first turn. Okay, they get out of Professor's research. Ooh. I actually wonder why they played the Chatot. Maybe they have some Scoop Up Nets. Play the research? I would much rather you play the research right now. Please play the research. Elemental Badge, okay. Level Ball for another Sobble, I'm assuming. Yeah, and then you have to research because you have a boss and research in hand. Okay. I mean, to be fair, they definitely could have bossed and I would have been stuck, for sure. So, I'm thankful that they researched. Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Nice play on words there. They got the Evo Incense. They're going to bring out the Jolteon VMAX. And they're going to be able to knock out my Sobble on the bench. If they evolve their active. And they do. So they're going to knock out the Sobble on the bench. I'm going to knock out their active Pokemon. And heal off 30 damage. They attach an energy to the bench. And I will probably get a research with this Drizzile. I love the name of that attack. Max Thunder Rumble. Just goes right off the tongue, you know? Max Thunder Rumble. So cool. Alright, let's play this Tool Jammer. Perfect. Get the Drizzile. And we get the research. Throwing away the Galar Mine. Alrighty. Let's Quick Ball away the Quick Ball. Get another Leafeon going. Play the Capture Energy here. Unfortunately, I don't have any more Sobbles. That's a bummer. I don't want to Capture Energy anything. Go ahead and play the Tool Jammer on there. And Max Leaf to take a knockout on this Jolteon VMAX. Don't even have to use Grass Knots. But the healing is nice. Do get a Crobat off of the prizes, but man, don't even think I'm gonna play it. They promote their Jolteon. The VMAX just needs 2 energy, so that makes sense here. Here comes a Shady Dealings Inteleon. This will get our opponent whatever they need. That's a trainer card. I think I'm going to stop playing benched Pokemon. Just keep my Leafeon VMAX in there. Research and energy search so that they will be able to attack with their Jolteon VMAX. And play a second one on the bench. Path to the peak, which is a bummer. There goes Galar Mine, which gives them free retreat again, which I don't like one bit. Man, I didn't even unprize the 2 Sobbles that were in the prizes. It would have been nice to unprize at least one of them, and our opponent concedes. Alright, we'll take it. So, that was Leafeon VMAX. It really does destroy opponents as long as you're playing against decks that don't kind of hurt Leafeon VMAX. Fire decks just destroy Leafeon VMAX. It's ridiculous how easy Victini just beats this deck. Also, playing against Zamazenta is a little tough. You need that Phoebe. If you don't get it, then, you know, the game's pretty hard to win, but the Inteleons do help. I wish I would have been able to show you one of those games, but I just couldn't find one on the ladder against the Hashins. I went up against a lot of Victinis, which was really frustrating, because as soon as I started playing Leafeon VMAX, all of a sudden I'm playing Victini decks. How weird, right? But anyways, besides that, this deck is really good. It's really consistent. You can also mess around with the deck list if you want to as well. There are plenty of different ways you can play this deck. So yeah, it was a fun deck. Check it out in the description below. And while you're there, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like the video. Help this channel grow. I really enjoy playing and recording myself Pokemon videos for you guys to watch and enjoy. So you can see how some decks work in the meta. Anyways, we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.